The Call of the Ductalore has always stirred deep.
The Call of the Ductalore is the worst of the Ductalore series so far. Well, I hope it's the worst one, period. Not because I want it to be bad, but because I would not like to have another low point that's even lower than this one. That would be really bad. 42 ABY was supposed to be a very important part of the plot, but it doesn't really communicate because you see it for less than 3 seconds. That's why I referenced Jason Solo and Boba Fett being Mandalore. That's actually an old file cabinet thing. The reason why it's an old style computer is because I could animate it easier. Each frame was made one by one, and the word Lilliputian, that means little. This is supposed to mean that, this part is supposed to mean that the escape pod contains the helmet of Mandalore. That's why Mandalore was riding it. And so Katra Buanar thinks that by getting the helmet she can become Mandalore. And so she gives this whole stupid thing about, oh, I want power. Except she doesn't even say what she wants specifically. Yes, those are seagulls. That weird roaring noise is an airplane because that park I was at is rather close to an airport. More wintry skies. This was in January and it was rather cold. Again, what I'm referring to is Boba Fett. That's what the weird wrathful and unchanging and traitorous by working with Empire. I should have just said Boba Fett flat out, but that's not a still of Catherine. It's actually a little piece of video footage, but it's so short it looks like a still. Again, you see more of me blundering around because I can't see through that freaking helmet. The reason why I use a Ninja Star was something I could carry around without looking dangerous. That's actually some casserole, you know, tomatoes and noodles and stuff. This whole dialogue was made up at the time of filming. It was the first dialogue, I believe, I ever wrote for a script. And it is horrible. What I'm supposed to be deciding, well, Katra Buanar, is that finding Mandalore's helmet won't make me Mandalore. So instead I consider killing Boba Fett. Like that would really work. And so instead you hear this whole long chain of gibberish about Jason Solo and power and goofiness. It's this philosophical argument that isn't really philosophical. Instead is a great big pile of stupidness. By mirror images, I mean that Boba Fett is a clone of Jango Fett. If Jango Fett died so easily in the arena battle, wouldn't that mean that Boba Fett had a chance of also being amazingly pitiful? The camera work is just bad in this. Look at the painting at the side. And then Katra gets so angry for no reason. It's just stupid. You could interpret this as if all of this had been a dream. In reality, Katra stormed off somewhere and fell asleep. And again, more bad dialogue, and me blundering around in a helmet where I can't really see. That's why my head is tilted down so much. It's because I had to look at the ground, or else I would just be hitting stuff. That would be awful. Again, why didn't I just mention Boba Fett straight off? Would have made it make so much more sense. I mean, Ductalore 2 is a comedy that tried to be a drama. It's a commo drama, or a comma.
The heart changes not with the wind of others.
Is the wind of others flatulence?
To kill another for power or any other reason, even Boba Fett.
Even Boba Fett, yeah.
Oneself and every
yeah, even Boba Fett. He's a piece of scum. An old piece of scum. Like 70. Look at the porta potty in the lower right. It's a little green thing. I decided to up the Tetris theme by playing chords instead of simple alternating notes. Again, this dialogue was horrible. I considered not doing an outtake video for Ductalore 2 because I put all these outtakes in the credits. I thought it might be redundant. But anyway, I changed my mind because I realized I had enough different content to make a separate video for that. There are fewer problems in the credits than there were with the first Ductalore. Kushi Buir is supposed to be my mom. I believe it means tree mom. It refers to her job, which involves plants. Of course no Mandalorians were hurt, because there's no Mandalorians in it! And here's a special sneak peek about For Ductalore 5. Well, I decided to raise the bar by having 4 people playing it, including myself. And their character names are Cassandra Brady, Margot Dumont, Anne Freelinghausen, and Martha Robinson. My filming location is the same Boy Scout camp as it was in For Ductalore 4. It's an amazing place to film. I have permission to film there. There's a wide variety of sets, no one really to disturb me. It's just amazing. It's an amateur little video maker's dream.